cut you off. I do want to cut you off, but
Okay.
not in a bad way.
Yeah.
That's part of why I said we work in our business to work our way out of our business,
Right.
so we can work on our business.
Exactly.
Working on your business is doing your self-development, reading, getting mentorship, getting coaching, going to conferences, doing training. So improving yourself as a visionary, as an entrepreneur, your hiring, your firing practice, your operational practices, working on your bookkeeping, your accounting, your marketing, your branding, your HR, all those things are what your responsibility is, but it's hard to truly focus on those things if you're in the weeds.
Right.
So your initial goal as an entrepreneur is, hey, how do I get myself out of all this muck?
Right.
Through systemizing, through operationalizing, and through hiring, so now I can work on it and improve it and then scale it.
Right. And that was one thing I saw too. Like I said, in the beginning, you wear all the hats. I'm the janitor, the principal, the
everything.
I do everything. Yeah. And like you said, you actually work more when you're working for yourself. But like you said, you want to work your way out of that. So a litmus test I always ask people, and this will determine what type of time I'll spend with them, is I'll ask them, would you rather make $80,000 a year for yourself or $100,000 working for a company? And if they go for I'll take the 100,000, your mindset's not right.
You all messed up.
You have to be able to focus on what you're making for yourself, realizing that you're going to probably work 12, 14, 16 hours a day, as opposed to the 8-hour shift that you would have worked at a job. But so many people focus on the comfort. It's comfortable to work Monday through Friday. I know I'm going to get a paycheck next Friday. I have guaranteed vacation days. But as an entrepreneur, you don't have that luxury.
Correct.
You know, in the beginning stages, when you travel, if you're not systematized, you're not making money. You may have the money to go travel, you have the money to go travel for 2 weeks.
Everything stops.
Everything stops. And that made me also realize that that's what I call the X out factor. Sure. If you're X out of the equation, what happens to your family financially? So that's why I put business systems in place where that money can keep going, becomes residual, and more importantly, you own it, you control it, and you can pass it to the kids.
Absolutely.
And that's what's always been important to me. It's family, kids, and to be able to, they're looking at you. They're looking at you.
You're an example.
Dad, are you staying in the bed at 10 o'clock in the morning? Are you staying there till the crack of doom? You got to get up, you got to work.
Right.
But working your own business.
Absolutely.
And that's what I put into my kids, and they start their own companies. They're both LLC companies, and we're teaching them financial literacy, and all these kids, they know all the words to every song, every challenge, and it's like, can we teach them a financial challenge? Can we teach our kids how to create an extra $50 this month if they're 9 or 10 years old? It's doable.
Yep.
When I was 7 years old, I was pushing a lawnmower the old-fashioned way. Push that lawnmower up and down the street and get paid. And as a kid, I was making like $12 a week. That was a lot of money back then in the 80s. I was rich. So I thought to a kid. But I also reinvested that money back. When parts of my lawnmower would break, we had a lawnmower guy down the street. I would actually go take $2 or $3 to go get a new wheel put on. Get a new pull string for your lawnmower, because if your lawnmower's out of business, you're out of business. So those are some of the dynamics of being a business owner, just to have the mindset right. And I think so often people get to the point where they realize, man, this thing is hard.
Yep.
I was working 40 hours a week at my job, but now I'm working 60 or 80 hours. I want to go back to the job.
And this is where mindset comes into place. Entrepreneurship is hard. There are many days, even today I think I said it, where I'm looking at my workload, I'm looking at being pulled in so many directions, I'm looking at my calendar, and I'm like, what did I sign up for? I literally asked myself, and what I realized is I signed up for the challenge of being the first in my family to spearhead legacy building and generational wealth.
Right.
And what happens is many of us, and I'm an 80s baby as well, many of us run from the challenge of being that pioneer or that matriarch in our family to build our family's legacy and generational wealth. So we say, you know what? That crap is hard. I'm about to go to the club. That's easy. I'm about to go shop. That's easy. Consuming and spending money is easy. I'm about to work, figure out my shortcuts at my job Monday through Friday, and I'm about to enjoy my weekends. And then you pass down to your children, what, your memories? Your your, 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 So we have to because especially in our community, a lot of our wealth was stripped. Not just from our homeland, but even here as we start to build it, in Black Wall Street. That wealth was stripped. When O.W. Gurley in the early 1900s purchased the first 40 acres of land in Tulsa Town, which wasn't even called Tulsa, Oklahoma, it was called Tulsa Town. He bought 40 acres of land, and because of Jim Crow, O.W. Gurley only sold land to black people. These black entrepreneurs, including J.B. Stafford, the second man to invest with him, built up 36 square blocks of over 2,000 homes and businesses in Tulsa Town, currently Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they made the sacrifices to be the pioneers to build wealth for our community and build generational wealth. And then that wealth was stripped during the Black Wall Street bombing and massacre of June 1st, 1921. So stripped that the corrupt individuals of Tulsa, Oklahoma and government, they categorized the Black Wall Street bombing and massacre as the Black Wall Street race riots, because if you categorize it as a riot, insurance companies did not have to pay insurance claims on all the burned down buildings.
Massive interest.
So over $2 million of insurance claims were denied in the 1920s, which is equivalent to nearly $30 million today of insurance claims denied because of verbiage, because of wording, riots versus massacre, race riots versus bombing. And so, under these conditions, us in 2018, we have some options.
Right.
We have some intentional choices. We can smoke, party, drink, and BS. We can go on vacations with our girlfriends and enjoy every happy hour after work. We can rent the best condo in downtown Atlanta with the high-rise overlooking the city. Or we can make the sacrifices needed for our family to maybe own a 4-unit on the west side and live in one unit and rent the others out and live for free. Although it's not the most comfortable or luxurious pad, but it's something that's yours.
Absolutely.
Something your heirs can benefit from. And when you talked about your exit strategy, I had that same lesson in my office next door to 2 clients today.
Okay.
One client had the same concern. He's been coaching with me for over a year. He's about to close on a 4-family house in North New Jersey. But he said, Jay, I really can't be active as a real estate investor because of my time. I'm working 10 and 13 and even 20-hour days doing construction. I said, King, one of your first goals to yourself, and everyone should write this down. All my Tulsa Talk folks, here's your lesson. I said, create a real actionable exit strategy for yourself. Take your monthly budget. How much expenses or money do you expense per month? Say if it's $6 grand a month you spend on all your bills and your lifestyle and your living for your family. $6 grand, $7 grand, $8 grand, $5 grand, $4 grand, doesn't matter. I said, save up. Make it your family goal to save up 6 months. This is everyone. You want financial freedom? You want a shot at entrepreneurship? You want to figure out how to break free and start a truly built family legacy? You have to free up your mind and free up your time. I said, King, save 6 months of your monthly expenses. So you have a 6-month cushion to take care of your family. You already got a year of training from me. The strategy, the knowledge base on how to invest, how to finance deals, understanding ROIs, purchase ratios, deal syndications, branding and marketing your business, forming your LLC, creating a corporate veil, hiring your team, operationalizing your business. You've got the knowledge base right now. Now, if you mix that knowledge base with a 6-month cushion for your living expenses and the freedom of 24 hours a day to be focused on you and your business with your back against the wall, with your kids looking at you to be the hero, you gotta, with your faith in God, supported by the spirit of our ancestors, you gotta ask yourself, do I believe enough in me, not my general contractor, not my boss, not the major, do I believe enough in me that with a 6-month head start, and all this knowledge and one of the top coaches in the industry, in the world, that I can produce enough income to feed my family for a year and then for a lifetime. That's your exit strategy. Learn entrepreneurship, learn how real estate investing works, save up enough cushion so that you can free up your time for your family. Read, change your mind frame, and you gotta go put your back against the wall, and you gotta take the risk to go build legacy. If it, God forbid, it don't work, then go get a job. Save up again, and go do it all over again. It don't stop. But if we don't make the sacrifices and take the risk for our family legacy, then who will? If you don't do it today, are you waiting for your 9-year-old? So you're gonna say, you know what? Family legacy ain't on me, y'all. Generational wealth, not my turn. I'm gonna have fun in my lifetime. My babies, y'all figure that ish out. That's what you're saying. If you are of sound mind and body and have the capacity and you don't be intentional about what you've done to start building legacy and generational wealth and businesses, and now have your children already starting and building businesses, so they'll be prepared when they're in their late 20s.
Yep, be ready
To build businesses for their children. This is how we break the poverty curse. This is how we bridge the wealth gap. But we have to be intentional about making those sacrifices, and that's, what you did. You constantly are evaluating yourself, evolving, making tough choices, and it's not going to be easy, but who said it should be?
Not supposed to be.
It's not supposed to be. That's why entrepreneurs are the bosses, because they were willing to do the hard work. Quick story.
Yes.
Ernestine and I were on our honeymoon, and we were looking into parasailing. I'm not an activities guy. I'll sleep a whole vacation away. I won't leave the room. I'll open a sliding door, and I'll listen to the ocean. I don't need to go outside. But my wife loves to do everything. She wants to play tennis. She wants to parasail. She wants to jet ski. She wants to skip. She wants to ride bikes. So anyway, we're looking at parasailing, and the guys who serviced us knew so much about the business.
Okay.
Gave us our contracts and the win this and this and this. And she said, "Are you guys the owners?" I said, "No, we just work for a guy." And she said, "Honey," she said, "I wonder why they wouldn't want to open their own business." I said, the key thing that stops people who are knowledgeable from being entrepreneurs and opening their own businesses is they're scared of the risk, the what if it fails, and they're scared of all the upfront paperwork. They don't want to create the contracts. They don't want to create the leasing agreements. They don't want to call the insurance companies. You don't want to do the upfront work it takes to formalize a business. So the person who's willing to do that upfront work benefits from their hard. See, it's the upfront work of entrepreneurship. It's the 4 years of thinking about the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, 2.5 years of research and development and investment into it to now be in position to launch this national crowd fund, the first ever black-owned historic crowd fund. But who wants to do 2.5 years of work without any return on investment for an idea?